Have you ever seen someone say, "Give me access in Azure," and then suddenly the question becomes RBAC or Entra role? That is where most people gets confused because both sounds like permissions, both control access, and both exist in Azure, but they are not the same thing. In this video, I'll make this super simple. By the end, you will know exactly what RBAC is, what Entra ID roles are, when to use each one, and how to never mix them up again. Now, this is important because in real project, giving the wrong permission can cause two problems. That is the under permission. The user still cannot do the task because it doesn't have the permissions, like to manage a user or create a virtual machine. Or worse, they get access they should not have. And in cloud security, that is a big deal. Giving the high privilege access can cause unwanted disruptions. So before we talk about the how, let us first understand the why. So Azure has two entirely different permission systems for two different jobs. One is for Azure resources and other is for Entra Directory itself. And to give an idea, the cloud resources in here means your virtual machines, your management group, your subscription, your resource group, and identity directory is your Entra ID. Right? So Entra ID is an instance that is given to each organization who signs up in Azure, and it has the direct relationship between your tenant. And if you want to understand more regarding hierarchy of Azure, like tenant, Entra ID, subscription, management group, resource group, you can check the video on the right top in which I have explained how Azure hierarchy works. Think of it like this: RBAC is like access inside a building. It decides who can enter a room, who can manage a machine, who can read a storage account, who can restart a virtual machine. And Entra ID roles are like access in the front office. It decides who can manage users, who can create app registration or enterprise application, who can reset passwords, and who can manage the directory. So RBAC is simply that is access to your Azure resources, and Entra ID roles access to your identity and directory management. One controls the cloud resources and the other controls the identity system itself. So let us start with RBAC. RBAC stands for role-based access control. So in Azure, RBAC is used to control access to resources like virtual machine, storage account, Key Vault, Azure SQL, resource group subscriptions. So if you want someone to read a VM, start and stop a VM, create a snapshot, manage a storage account, or deploy resources, you would use RBAC. And RBAC answers this question: what can this identity do on this Azure resource? Now, RBAC works using three things, that is who, what, and scope. These three things combined will give you the access of the resource. So in the who we have the identity, and the identity can be a user, a group, a service principal, or a managed identity. And then we have is a role, that is what kind of permission or access we want to grant to the identity, and that will be a reader, contributor, owner, virtual machine contributor, and then the scope. So in the scope, like where you want to assign that permission, so you can assign RBAC at different levels, that is management group, subscription, resource group, or individual resource itself. So RBAC is very flexible, so you can give access to one VM only, one resource group, or the entire subscription. And after these three things combined will give the access to a resource. So that is why RBAC is the main permission model for Azure resources. So this was about how Azure RBAC works and how to assign access. Now let's talk about Entra ID roles. These are used to control access inside Entra directory. So instead of asking, can this person manage a virtual machine, Entra roles ask, can this person manage identity in the tenant? The example of permissions that are common, that is user administrator, security administrator, application or password administrator. So these are some common permissions in Entra ID. And also keep in mind that the permission in the Azure RBAC and the permissions in the Entra ID roles are completely separate and have different permissions that it will allow you to do. These roles are all about managing the identity platform, not your Azure resources. And Entra ID roles answer this question, that is what can this identity do in this Entra tenant. And here is the simplest memory trick. If it is about a resource, use Azure RBAC. If it is about identity or the directory, use Entra ID roles. So if it's a VM, storage, keyword, or subscription, it's RBAC. And if it's user, groups, password, or app registration management, it's Entra ID roles. Now let us make this practical by giving you some example. So you want a developer to start and stop a virtual machine. You would use Azure RBAC because the VM is an Azure resource. Next, you want someone to manage users in the organization. That is in your Entra ID. You would use Entra ID roles because this is a tenant level identity task. Next we have is you have a backup application needs permission to automatically read up files from storage account every night. So in this case, a backup application needs access to a storage account, that is your Azure resource. So you would use Azure RBAC. Next you have is you want an IT admin to reset user passwords. So because password management is part of identity administration, you would use Entra ID roles. And I hope that gives you the gist of how RBAC and Entra ID role works. Now let's head over to the Azure portal and let's see how and where we can see these options. Let's start with Entra roles, how we can assign access. So for Entra roles, we'll go to Entra ID. And in here you will see manage and then roles and administrators. And you can see the permissions which are available under your Entra ID. And you can see also your role, what you are capable of. So I have the global admin role and one other role also. To check, I'll directly go to your role and you can see the permission. So if you want to see the permission of an individual user, you can just directly go to the user and then the assigned roles. And for RBAC, you'll go to Azure role assignments. So if I select a subscription, I can see what access the user has. So if I go to cloud demo, you would see I have the owner permission at the subscription level and then VM contributor and resource policy, right? So I'll go back to Azure roles and in here you can see the permissions and the description. If the permission is privileged, that is it has high permissions, and then users who permission has been assigned to. So if suppose I want to assign access for a user for billing administrator, that is the user would have all the permission regarding billing related tasks like updating payment information or view or manage billing. So I will select the role and then I'll go to assignment. Then I'll select the user who we want to assign the permission, then click on add. And now the user has the Entra ID role, that is it can manage the billing of the tenant. So this was about how we can assign permission of the Entra ID roles. And for RBAC, we'll go to any subscription. We can assign the permission at the management group subscription or resource group or individual resource. So for that, I'll go to subscription. And next I'll go to IAM, that is your identity and access management for your resources. And three things which we saw previously, that is for RBAC, we need to have identity, that is who, then the scope, that is in this case we have the subscription, and then what kind of permission. So I'll go to add role assignment. In here I'll search for snapshot and you'll see a permission like disk snapshot contributor. So you can get very nitty-gritty permissions with Azure RBAC and assign permissions only for what they need. Like for in this case, I just want a user to take snapshot for virtual machine disk. So I'm assigning just that access and then I'll go to next and then I'll assign user the identity and then review and then assign. So you see the access is assigned and this is how you manage access and permission for Entra roles and Azure RBAC. Now let's summarize and let us make this crystal clear. So Azure RBAC controls access to Azure resources. Entra ID controls access to the tenant. Then the target for RBAC is your virtual machine, storage account, Key Vault, Azure SQL, and all other Azure services. And for Entra ID, the target is your users, groups, app registration, password, your Entra tenant management. Then we have is a scope where we can assign the permission. That is we have management group, subscription, resource group and resources. And then for Enter ID, that is your identity and directory administrative task. And the assignment is that is who we can assign the permission. So we have the users, we have groups, services, service principals and managed identities. And for Enter ID roles, we have users and groups for identity admin related tasks. So if you compare this way, the difference becomes obvious. RBAC manages what happens in Azure and Entra roles manages who controls the identity system. So this was for RBAC and Entra roles. Give a like and subscribe if you like this video and see you in the next one.